Well guys, it's been about a year since my last everyday carry video, EDC, everyday carry. And since my last video, I've made quite a few major updates to my everyday carry kit. And I thought I would share those with you here today to hopefully give you all some ideas of what you should include in your own everyday carry kit. Now, your kit might be different than my kit. Just like every survival plan should be tailored to the individual. And it's the same thing with, an everyday carry kit. So don't just try to get the exact same things that I have, because it might not be the best for you. It's the best for me at this time, but it might not be the best for you. This just to give you some ideas of what you could consider. Anyway, you'll notice the title of this video was Election Day Everyday Carry. And this isn't an update because of the election. This is my everyday carry that I carry pretty much all the time. Depending on what I'm doing, I'll get into more of that here in just a minute. What I carry depends on what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be going. But it isn't really a election everyday carry kit. But I thought that with the election being in the media right now, the election being on everyone's mind right now, that putting Election Day Everyday Carry in the title could get more eyes on this video. Kind of a clickbait tactic, but hopefully the video will live up to your expectations. So let's get started. Well guys, the first major update was my choice in knives. And I'm actually carrying this K-bar now. This is a small, lightweight, fixed blade knife. It is made for a purpose. The purpose is to be able to use like this, to be able to punch like a punch dagger. You can punch, you can cut, you can slice with this. You can see the blade's not all that large, but it would definitely ruin someone's day. Thrust this into the eye, into the throat, into the groin, into, in here, inside the leg. Lots of places this could be jammed into and ripped out to cause a lot of damage. And it's also good for, opening boxes and packages and things like that, just like a regular fixed blade knife. It's good for cleaning your fingernails if you need to. But overall, this is a good quality little knife at a cheap price. And it definitely has some advantages when it comes to, self-defense. You can just pop this out and have this in your hand. And like I said, about 35 bucks. So if you do lose this somewhere, just buy another one. Maybe when you order one of these, if you like this design, buy 3 or 4 of these. I mean, they're cheap enough you can afford several. But you can see the curvature on that, and it's made perfectly for punching, slicing, cutting. Good self-defense option. Plus it's also good, like I said, to do things you don't use a knife for, like cutting rope, opening boxes, opening packages and things. And you can see here when it's in the sheath that it has a place here you can push down with your thumb to pull this out with one hand without any issues. Good and recommend it. Something else that I carry, depending on where I'm going, is some OC spray. Sometimes you don't want to shoot everyone. You might have an old drunk or something, or someone trying to get in your face, trying to, slap you around a little bit or something, and you don't want to actually, so you can just go across the eyes a few times, and hopefully that ends the confrontation. A lot less legal issues that way. If you put 16 9mm in someone or something, it's going to be a whole lot more of a legal battle than if you have to use this. So you have to realize what stage that you're at. If someone's coming at you with a knife, you want to use, if at all possible, to stop that quickly, because you don't want to take a chance in being killed. If someone's coming at you with a club, you can, not legal advice, just common sense advice, your life is in great danger if someone's coming at you with the club or a knife or something like that. But if someone's coming at you, with their hands, and they're just trying to, they're drunk or something like that, or maybe they're a family member, you don't want to just, and they have no weapon, they're not really a grave threat to actually killing you or doing you really serious bodily harm. If you can use something like this, use it to stop, to stop the threat. Use it, spray it till it's empty if you want to, right across the eyes, and it goes into the nostrils, into the throat. But really nasty stuff, but it definitely can end, a confrontation without taking someone's life, and without all the drama and expense and court and jail time and things that can happen if you do this, and it's not considered justifiable self-defense. But like I said, if someone has a weapon, if there's multiple opponents, don't go for this. Go for this. You got to know what level you're at and what to use and when to step it up, but you want to have options. And guys, I also carry a small flashlight. This is an old light. It's the rechargeable kind. It's actually the updated version of the old battery type. It's a bright light, and I put this on charge every night. It has a little case that it goes down in and just closes up when you plug it in, and it charges it up. Not to worry about having batteries and things to put in this to stockpile or anything. You just charge it up. You can see there's where it charges into the light. Very good light, small, lightweight. It's got a clip to go in your pocket, and it's very convenient. Lots of people have the lights on their phone. I have one on my phone also, but I like a good little flashlight like this because of how bright that it actually is. You can see how bright that is, and that's on the low level of brightness. You can see it's got 2 levels of brightness. That was probably a shock to that poor camera. Anyway, a good flashlight. I also carry a small Bic lighter. I don't smoke. I did for about 3 years in my late 20s. I quit that a long time ago, thankfully. But I still carry, a small Bic lighter because you never know when you need to light a fire or burn something down. Something else I carry is, I've carried this for a long time, one of these. You can get these at Walmart, you can order these, but it's bleed stop. And this go in your pocket. If you have pants on like I have, you can see I have lots of pockets in these pants. And this bleed stop can go in one of those pockets, no problem at all. And it could definitely save your life or someone else's life. Something else that I carry is my reading glasses. I can see like this great. I can see far distance great. But when I'm trying to read up close, feeling out papers and things like that, it is kind of difficult. So, I have some cheap reading glasses. I got these, I think these came from Walmart. They work, they're cheap, but they help me to be able to see, to read, or to be able to, fill out information on papers when I go to the doctor and dentist and things like that. So, cheap pair of reading glasses I carry all the time, or at least in my truck. I won't carry these, all the time, but I do in my truck all the time. I have actually several pair of these. I have some up here in the living room. I have down in my office. I have some in the truck. I have some in my workshop. They're cheap enough. I have these everywhere. Something else I carry that most people also carry is, a cell phone, because having a cell phone is definitely has its advantages. It has disadvantages too, because it can be used as a tracking device, a spying device from the powers that be. There's lots of spyware in these things, so I definitely don't like that. That's why you can have a Faraday bag to put this in if you are worried about being tracked or something like that. But a cell phone is good because you can call for medical help, you can call 911, you can call and check on, family. If something does happen and you have to use, this or one of these, you can call to report what happened. I can't give legal advice here, but you have to watch definitely what you say when you call. If you call, 911, I was attacked. This guy came at me with a knife and was attacking me, so I had to defend myself. Get here at this address. That's it. If they ask any more questions, just say, get here. This is the address. Come. I need help. And then shut up. Anyway, not legal advice, just common sense advice and what I would do personally. But a good cell phone, this is a Google Pixel 6a, I think that it is, kind of an old phone. About a $250 cell phone. I've had this actually about 3 years now. It works pretty good. No doubt you have, different type phones, whatever you have, just as good. And over here is one of my main updates to my everyday carry kit. This is the handgun that I carry now, mostly. There's several that I carry depending on the situation. I still will carry the Smith & Wesson Airweight 38, sometimes in a front pocket holster. But now I've kind of upgraded because the way things are getting worse and worse. I want to have a little bit more firepower while still yet keeping things, you know, small and compact. And I will link to these holsters in the description box below. If you have the same type handgun or want to get the same type holster, you can do that. But this is the current everyday setup. This is Glock model 43, as you can see, and I have the ghost ring sights you can see here on this. As you can tell, this is a small and it's a fairly lightweight handgun, and it's pretty accurate. I like these sights, like I said, these ghost ring sights, and I have these on 3 different Glocks that I own. Very quick to get on target. Very quick to get on target. For me, it is anyway. I mean, you might not like this type of sight. If you can go to a gun shop, you won't hardly, these are difficult to find on any firearm because they don't come manufactured with these that I know of. I put these on myself. I buy these off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description box below, and I have the sight tool where I've done gunsmithing work before, and I put these sights on myself, the front and the rear sight. But I like the ghost ring sight. I also like how, you know, it sticks out more, actually, where if you need to, you can hook this on your belt, you know, on the back of your shoe to rack the slide if you need to. This is a good little handgun. It is. It's a really good little handgun. No issues whatsoever. No issues with failure to fire. No stovepipes. No jams whatsoever. Good little concealed carry handgun. And you can see this holster here. I'll link to this in the description box below also. This has a place for, you know, extra magazine. Extra magazine. So that definitely, and it goes inside the pants. The clip goes on the outside. And it's fairly comfortable. There's no handgun in any setup is going to be really comfortable to carry, because the most comfortable thing you can carry is nothing. But if you've got something stuck down your pants like this, it's going to be not comfortable. But this is more comfortable than, you know, a lot of holsters because it's the soft material and things like that. And I like the extra magazine. Another way that I carry this is with a pocket holster. This simply, the handgun goes in like that, and this goes into your front pocket. And guys, another holster that I use with this handgun is this paddle holster. I don't use this often, but I will sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, the time of year. If you have a coat on, you can put this on the coat over top of this, and it's concealed. No one actually sees this, and has a good retention system here. You press in right here to bring it out. If you don't press it in, you can't get this handgun out because it locks in there. Push in, handgun comes out. And all these holsters, I think all 3 of these was less than $100 for this one. This DeSantis pocket holster. This one, I think all 3 was less than $100. So I'll link to these, description box below if you want to check those out. But this handgun to me is probably the best concealed carry handgun. And guys, last but not least is this Glock 34. I don't carry this on me out, you know, like going to the store and things like that. I carry this when I'm going hiking. I carry this when I'm doing work around here because I like to have this holster because I have the flap to protect the handgun. And this is a Glock model 34. This is the tactical Glock 9mm. It is, you can see, it's a lot larger handgun than this one. A lot of difference in size. But you also notice too that I've replaced the sights, but the ghost ring sights on this handgun also. This is probably my favorite handgun. This is actually my bedside gun too. And I use this quite a bit actually when I'm around the property here. I've had to use this to defend the chicken coop. One night I heard my chickens, I turned them out to let them free range. And for some reason I got busy and I forgot. And I hadn't went to bed yet, but I went outside and I heard a commotion down the chicken coop. So I came in the house and I got my light and I ran down there and I had this handgun because I grabbed this. and I left the door open on the coop, and a big old possum had gotten inside that coop, and I had to take care of it with this handgun, light handgun. I actually have a old light that attaches here, and I put that on when I have it, you know, as my bedside handgun, because we already have everything in one package grab, and it has a little switch here. You just press down on the old light to get that light to shine. Excellent handgun, but I don't carry this concealed, obviously, because of the size. I do carry this hiking and things like that, camping and things, because it has more firepower, has longer sight radius, and it's a really good handgun. Hopefully, I give you some ideas about your own concealed carry kit. If you have any, I think I got everything covered there. Yeah, I think that was everything. You know, I carry a wallet, obviously. I don't wear a watch because I don't really need one, because it's on, time is on the phone. A lot of people wear a watch for decoration. Nothing wrong with that. I used to have a watch that I wore all the time. I still have several watches, but I don't actually wear them because, you know, they're on my wrist. They're bad to get hit on things and trying to work and stuff like that. They're good when you're going to dress up, but you know, you have your time on your phone, plus a lot of other things you don't want on your phone too, like spyware and stuff like that. But like I said, that's a whole other video. You can do a lot of things to your cell phone to limit what they can do as far as the spying and tracking goes. And one of the easiest things you can do is get a Faraday bag and put this in when you're not using it, when you don't want to be tracked. Anyway, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, give your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.